Oh, all right, guys. There's no problem. There's no problem. You know, not a problem. Oh man, except for hazing on this. I never remember. All right, so let's see. Oh man, Kurt talking about TikTok, TikTok. I see you, buddy. Boa noche, tudo bem? Andrew, how you doing? Jesse James, hello. Big Daddy, what's going on with you? There's no update on the food truck, man. That really was me. Like I said, looking at one. That was it. Uh, Grill Sergeant, how you doing? Mr. Hockett, Rob Perez, long day, yes. He said I'm sleepy. Cheers. Get that paperwork done. Get your money, man. What's going on, Jay? Andrew, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Golly. Jesse James, I'm good, man. I'm good. Chef Young, you checking in from Dubai, right? Questa J, how you doing? Bart, what's up? Hey, yo, Eric, how you doing this evening? Mm. Goodness. Whew. How are things in Dubai? It's I know. Was it? I guess it was either in the comments or on Instagram. You were talking about wanting to actually cook beef and pork over there, but you could. Well, pork over there, you couldn't. Garen Fields, how you doing this evening? Tim Edwards, hello, how are you? We got Jeff from Out of Order Barbecue. What's good with you, man? Well, that's what's up, man. Smoking up a storm. Lou Calabatas, how you doing this evening? Mr. Jimenez, how you doing? Man, we got some old timers up in here this evening. How's everybody? Gosh, I'm a little sweaty. Sheesh, it's warm. Robert, how you doing? Hey, yo, Travis, what's good, man? Uh-oh. Well, Andrew, just upload it whenever. There is an option to have it unlisted. So if you wanted to send me an email with a link or, send a direct message via Instagram or something like that, you're more than welcome to. Jump Entertainment Group. Well, there's always a first time for everything. Glad you could join us this evening. Yeah, but you know what? Chef Young, I saw something the other day that said that over there in Dubai, they have like the most air conditioning pretty much in the world because of the fact that the buildings are so hot that even the buildings, the structure of the buildings are cool. You can upload it whenever you want. You just don't need to make it go live until 6/24 or 6/29. Golly. Yeah. Hi, Quinn. Quinn, hello. Yes. If you could do me a solid, hit that like button for me. There are 26 of you guys on the live stream and only 4 likes. Wow. Oh, please. 5, 7. Even the bus stops are air conditioned. How is that possible? How? Motion detected at the front door. Sheldon, how you doing? Yeah, Tim, please do. There's a video I did a couple days ago about it. Well, actually, it was last week, last Saturday, and I talked about it pretty quickly. Grilled cheese, grill my cheese. Hashtag grill my cheese. Quinn, are you out of school? Should you still be up? But hashtag grill my cheese. And whoops, phone fell off of the mount here. That's never happened before. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Whoops. Technical difficulties, as someone said earlier. Sure enough, the little piece that holds my phone in the mount popped off. Alright, now my phone is all crooked. Oh, man. Darn it. Ugh. Let's see if we can straighten this out here. Sorry. You know, once it moves and changes, it throws everything off. Gosh, 5 a.m. Well, you have a great day, sir. Did you? Hold on 1 second. You good? Okay. Mrs. is fussing. Well, Quentin, that's awesome. Thank you for joining us, not just me, but us, this evening for a couple minutes before you had to go to bed. Hopefully, your dad cooked something good for dinner tonight. So, anyway, all right, guys. So, 26 of you guys on the live stream. Well, 25 of you guys now on the live stream. But if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. It not only makes me feel better, it does a great job of helping these live streams get other people to see these live streams. So let's just get after it. Let's talk about, hey Tyler, I saw you. Hey, what's going on? I'm glad you can join us. Eric Smith, you know, we got this Eric and that Eric and this Eric and that Eric. So I guess, you know, we'll figure out who's this Eric tonight and who's that Eric tonight. I guess this Eric tonight is going to be Eric's Barbecue and More. That Eric's going to be Eric Smith, and then I'm just waiting for another Eric or two to pop in. You guys are like Eric E123. You know, I guess this is like a military rank in here tonight. Anyway, so let's talk about it. Let's get after it. Hidden costs. So what are some of the things that you did not expect you were going to have to pay for when you started doing barbecue? Like, the main, or one of the main things that obviously we all know is a hidden cost is the fuel that we have to use. So if you're using propane, if you're using charcoal, if you're using pellets, if you're using real wood, you know, splits, what other fuels are there? Anybody else have any other? Benji says Ziploc bags. Yep, I do a lot of storage and things in Ziploc bags of leftovers. I actually made some steaks tonight. Did you guys see my Instagram? Who's following my Instagram? Comment I down below if you're on my Instagram and saw the date that I had. The steak that I had for dinner tonight. Yeah, the date that I had for dinner. Indie Smokehouse, how you doing? Thank you. Eric brings up a very, very valid point. He said $200 for a smoker, $75 for brisket, $60 for wood. He said, but eating like a king is priceless. Alfredo. Carrizo Springs? Where is that, sir? Yeah, Robert, I know you follow me on Instagram, so yeah, you'll see it. Oh my gosh, barbecue with Big Daddy. He says gloves, and more gloves. You guys have no idea. You guys see me using those blue nitro gloves. I get them from Harbor Freight, and I use the heck out of them. Tyler, yep. Oh, I know. Tyler, there's been a few times where I've had to stop and get supplies at a grocery store. Eric says, good thick foil or butcher paper. I won't say I'm not a fan of butcher paper. I've never used it. I am more of a foil guy. Speaking of foil, did you guys see that Reynolds foil where they basically want to pay you for to go around and do barbecue or, you know, find the best ribs in the country? Basically, it's a paid gig, like not an internship, but I guess it's like a, you know, I don't know how I don't remember exactly how they explained it, but basically it was 2 weeks and you got $10,000 to do it. Would you guys do something like that? John from DVR, what is it? DRV Drive Crash. What does that stand for? I know he's from No Bull Barbecue out in Ocean City, Maryland, or close to Ocean City. He said he goes through almost 100 gloves a day. Golly. John from 4J's. How you doing, man? Travis, your friend Ashley. Hey Ashley, how you doing? Hopefully Travis has cooked for you. If not, he needs to cook for you. He's getting better. He's getting much better. Paul, how you doing this evening? Soap to wash your hands. Yeah, buddy. That go through a lot of that too. Dish detergent. I go through a lot of dish detergent. And then one of the little things that I do is, you know, those dial foaming hand soaps. I actually put like a solution of dish detergent in those to wash my hands because it's not as harsh. The diluted detergent isn't as harsh as some of the soaps can be. Holy cow! Alfredo says 120 miles below San Antonio. I've been to San Antonio, and I know how far away San Antonio is from Austin. I've never been further south than San Antonio, though. But I have been there. All right, barbecue with Big Daddy says he ended it. Big Reggie Reg, what's going on? Phil Garcia, he said wood after the third time charge. He asked 10% for wood. It works for him. Yep. Yep. I agree. Foil pans, in my opinion, are the biggest ripoff. I totally agree, Lou. And you know what I used to do? And this is just the scrapper in me. Whenever I used to have a big cook, or whenever I had a big cook and I had a lot of foil pans that would add up, I mean, that would, add up. I would actually take them, rinse them all out, and after I was done with them, I would take them for a scrap. And I could get, basically, by the time it was all said and done, all of the aluminum foil and the foil pans that I used, I probably could get about $10, maybe 15, because it's straight aluminum. And I used to take the pans and cans that I would save up. I don't know how or why I would actually have any sort of cans, but I would take them for scrap, and I would get 10, $15, $20 if I took, like, I had a really good cook and a bag full of cans, like a kitchen trash bag or trash can bag full of cans. Not anymore, man. You lucky if you get $2, $3. The last time I took a whole bunch of aluminum I had, the guy was like, it's less than $1. He's like, you're not gonna get anything. I'm like, well, here, you keep it. You just put that towards a cause. Mr. Menace says liquids to keep you awake. Renee, how you doing? Rob, I know, man. You put me to shame. Rubs and sauces, yes indeed. Drive cash. Ah, okay, all right. That makes sense. Time to change it though, man. And no bull barbecue. I mean, obviously. All right, that makes sense now. I still am in IT. Yep, foil pans, vacuum bags. Oh God, man, I spent $40 on a box of vacuum bags and foil pans 2 weeks ago. Well, $40 for just the vacuum seal bags, and then it was the pans are $10 or $12 per for full pans, and the half pans are a little less than 10. Yeah, Lou, definitely. Nope, Benji, it is not worth recycling anymore. All right, so Eric says temperature probes and good instant read thermometers. Yes, and yes. So you guys know I did a video, a write-up basically on the wireless thermometers and instant read thermometers. And I'd say, hey Travis, you be easy, man. Thank you very much for hanging out. And bye, Ashley. Like I said, get them to cook for you. Get them to cook for you. Or better yet, get them to order some food for me. I'll send it to you guys. All right, but the ThermoPen, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So yeah. What's the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6, Travis? Why don't I sell chicken by the piece? Because I don't get that much call for chicken. That's pretty much it. I do sell wings by the piece, where I sell whole chickens, but I don't sell leg quarters or anything like that. I don't. It's not. I won't say it's not advantageous. It's not worth my while the way my current setup is. So, Yep. Jeff's is fat render and cutting it off. There's a lot of wasted waste. Rubs can get expensive, so I'm going back to making his own indie smokehouse. You're right. But here's the problem with that: when you start making your own rubs and things like that, you can be inconsistent. Yeah. Save Great Brush is one that has like coils on it as opposed to bristles. Benji says he only does party wings for $1 each, and so I do whole chicken wings, and they end up working out to be $1.50 each. So, my gosh, Robert is funny. He says those gadgets are expensive. Also trying to support expensive rub companies, not to mention shipping costs. Oh yeah, buddy. Yep, totally agree. Indie Smokehouse. So I don't know if you've been around. So what I try to do in the first hour of the chat is we try to stay on topic and talk about the topic at hand, best as possible. It, yeah, sometimes it works better than others. But then the second hour we kind of have a not a no holds barred conversation, but we just talk about any and everything. So like the random stuff and other questions like that, please hold them for the second hour. Appreciate that. Thermal pen, yes. Oh man, I wish I'd have known, Rob. I reached out to them in regards to their affiliate program. They are willing to give me 10% on anything anyone spends with them. I was like, oh, okay, but I haven't put it out there. I might change the links or add a link in the description of the videos. But I mean, everything, I don't know. I feel like everything's an affiliate type thing. Sometimes I just think it's a bit much. But good on you for getting one, and 15% off is definitely an awesome deal. Benji, that, my friend, is a great one to bring up. Benji says, how about the cost catering does on your body? You get burns, you get cuts, you get aches, and you're sore. Yes, 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 and yes. Okay. Definitely know all too soon, or excuse me, all too well, all about all of the above, and sometimes it can definitely be no fun. It's easy. Yes. So Cuff and Stuff Barbecue says it's easy to go broke if you don't learn what to charge fast. Yes. If you are undercharging, you're going to be under earning, and if you're under earning, you can't put money back into your business, and or there's no profit. And who wants to hustle backwards? I know I sure don't. Just a little water to stay hydrated. Oh my gosh. Barbecue with Big Daddy. Let me show you something. You see this right here? If you don't have one of these, maybe I need to put this in the description. It's a DeWalt fan. It runs off a 20-volt battery, and this is the best investment I ever made. I actually have two of these guys. One of them sits on my desk at work, and I plug it in because it's hot in my little office. The other one travels with me almost everywhere I go. Funny enough, or oddly enough, I actually just got a small generator, and I have another fan that I had out in the garage. But most likely what I'm going to do, I have an on-site cook this weekend. I am going to probably take the fan with me and plug it in with the generator. 1 second.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, now you remember. Yeah, I'm going to probably take it with me, plug it in so I can try to stay cool. So Paul says he got the cast iron attachment for the kettle. He could use to cook the grilled cheese on that. I think we were kind of talking about doing it directly on the grill itself, only because you already typically use a griddle for or a skillet for making grilled cheese, and the whole point was to try to make it without those tools directly on the grill. I don't know. What do you guys think? Eric says he paid $68 for his Mark IV thermal pen. He said you have to wait until the price drops. $100 does seem like a lot for an instant read, but when you know it's reliable, you use it all the time. My wife and I have it, use it every day, literally. So, Lou, I totally agree, and I am fortunate enough that two of you guys sent some of those to me when that Mark IV came out. You guys were asking me about it, and I'm like, I don't know anything about it. I got my little $15, $20, if that, thermometer that I use. I had one in my garage and one in the kitchen, in the house, and that was good. And then you guys were like, hold my beer, expect a delivery, and I got two of them. So I think that was just awesome. So I have one that I keep in the house, and I have one that I keep out in the garage. Cooking for a wedding party. Woo. John, rule of thumb, whatever the number of guests is, in half plus 25%. Nope. Yeah, Lou. Almost. Uh, Brandon, how you doing, man? How's everything at the store? Chocolate Capricorn, welcome, and thank you for joining. Hey guys, there are 40 of you guys here. Oh my goodness. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. Like I always say, it always makes me feel good. And also, it helps these videos immensely. Eric says he could grill his cheese on his tuning plates. You probably could. Smoking Boot Barbecue. Hey, yo. How you doing? Paul says it's life-changing. Kirby Q. Oh, my goodness, man. How you doing this evening? I feel like we got a celebrity in the house. How's everything? Oh, man. What's good? No problem. Yeah, so Chocolate Capricorn, again, my normal rule of thumb whenever I'm doing an event, when people ask how much food do I need, is I take the amount of people that they are expecting, and in your case, I probably will round up to 250. Take that 250, divide it by half. So you're looking at 125 pounds to start, total protein. Take that 125 pounds and, tack on another 25%. So you're probably looking 25% of 100 is going to be another 25. So you're probably looking at 165 pounds of meat, plus or minus. You can do the finite math. The only problem is when you're doing events and things that big, I usually do not recommend small things, like individual things like ribs, wings, just because they're harder to portion. If you have like straight meat, like meat, brisket, pork, chicken, where you can divvy that out, it's a lot easier. Chocolate Capricorn, I do the math on that way too much. I do that number, yeah, way too much. That's what's up, Brandon. That's what's up, man. That's a good problem to have. Kirby, man, I'm glad to hear that you're doing just fine, sir. Are you going to be doing any SCA events this year? Yeah, Southern Griddler, you're right. That is 75% of the total number of people. Knives, that's another good one. Benji says knives are hidden costs. You find out you need better ones. So I've told you guys before, I use some 10 buck. They're like 10, they're less than $15. I don't even think they're $12. The slicing knives that I have are from the Restaurant Depot, and they were inexpensive, and I just use a decent little like hand sharpener, and I'll replace those knives maybe once a year, and also with that sharpener, I'll replace it once a year. I have actually, or I want to take my knives to get sharpened. There's a guy that does knife sharpening at the Baltimore Farmers Market, and I want to take them there to have them sharpened. Barbecue with Big Daddy says good cutting boards are another hidden expense. So I have not, and I told you guys, I think I've told you guys, I have aspirations of actually making a cutting board out of the wood that I've used in my family room for the floor. We have a lot of it extra, and I would love to use that and make a cutting board. But in the meantime, I don't mind my big plastic cutting board. It has probably been in service for about 2 years now, and it is about time to get rid of it and get another one. It's just, you guys see it spinning and wobbling, and it's good and bowed and all of the above. And I scraped the heck out of it and I used the heck out of it. So, but it's a good, faithful cutting board. I love that thing. It works. So Eric, I got that cutting board from Sam's, I believe. They might even sell it in a 2-pack nowadays, I think. All right. All right. Well, Kirby, good luck, man. Good luck. Yeah, Kirby. I think the one that I was looking at is in Catonsville, Pennsylvania. That was the one that I went to with DC Cooks last year. That one. I'm thinking about entering in it again this year. Gosh. All right. Give me a second. I'm going to actually fix my... So this is the problem. So here is my little tripod. The plastic piece that holds my phone on the top fell out. So now, let's get this back installed in here. And then it should actually hold my phone properly. Goodness, that's embarrassing. I've never had that happen before. Okay, so now, alright, good to go. Brisket and butts. Well, good job. Well, good luck, Tim. Don't be, well, I don't know. Which restaurant depot are you closest to, and where do you live? I guess that's a better question. But what else is there? I mean, costs of membership to places like Costco, Sam's. There's another hidden cost. I typically don't buy chicken from the restaurant depot because the amount of chicken that I have to buy is so much. Usually, you can get some unit packs or smaller packs of stuff, but it's more expensive than if you just go to Sam's, in my opinion, or at least in my area. There are times though when I have bigger events. There are times when I have bigger events, and I will get cases of chicken from the restaurant depot. It's just that I find that the bags of chicken are just like thrown in there. I feel like the chicken is just the care to the attention to detail and the trimming is just not there compared to the chicken that I get from Sam's. And I get Purdue brand chicken, or whatever the Members Mark brand is for the breast, and the Purdue brand for the boneless skinless thighs. But the boneless skinless thighs and the boneless skinless breasts from the restaurant depot, they can definitely be cheaper, but they also come in a 40-pound case and in 10-pound bags. So I can't always, or I don't always need that much chicken. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the one I go to, Tim. I'm in there every now and again. I won't be up there, or I won't be able to go there tomorrow. I work late tomorrow. Well, are you cooking what pieces of chicken? Like breast, wings, whole? Oh yeah, you said wings. So hi Torgy. New name, who this? So what are some other hidden costs that you guys have encountered or seen or had to deal with, aside from obviously the fuel and seasonings, sauces, subscriptions, things like that? What else is there out there? And don't just limit this to just straight barbecue, but I mean cooking in general can be expensive sometimes. So what else is there as far as fees that you would want to warn someone else about? Or like a barrier to entry. Obviously, the biggest barrier to entry is going to be the cost of your cooker. I don't want to always call them grills or smokers. I've kind of gotten away from that and call them cookers. And I don't like calling them a pit, because to me, a pit goes in the ground. But that's just me and how I am with the semantics. Sometimes. What's the Carolina cutting boards? Great product, great support. All right, well, Yeah. Brandon, my gosh, he said saran wrap and aluminum foil. No worries, Dorky. Glad to see you could make it, man. I've been missing you, man. I want an update. I don't want to say I want. I would love an update on that smoker you were building. I just, Eric says lost to sleep. Jeez. Uh, yeah, well, Tim, I can tell you when you go into the Restaurant Depot, the one on Patapsco, these spices are one. So if you're looking up front towards the registers, the spices are one aisle, right behind you, and there's two aisles of stuff. The I figured Southern Griddler. I found though, Tim, that those spices and seasonings from the Restaurant Depot usually are not the best priced. You can get them better from Sam's and or Costco possibly. That's where you're gonna have to kind of do your research, stand in line with your phone, looking on Costco's website or looking on Sam's website to see what the exact cost is. But I've seen those spices be anywhere from 50 cents to $1.50 more per unit at the Restaurant Depot. Oh my goodness. Indy Smokehouse says there are the residual costs of wear and tear on vehicles, etc. We're not even going to talk about that. We're not even going to talk about that because I put between 25 and 30,000 miles on my car. Excuse me. On my Jetta while I was working solely doing barbecue between driving my kids to and from school and delivering food. 25, almost 30,000 miles. Yeah. Yep. All right, that's what's up, Torgy. Appreciate that. Oh, Tim, I know and understand completely, but I'm just putting it out there that sometimes Restaurant Depot does not have the best prices. Brandon said propane. He says when we cook our chicken stews in our 90-gallon pot, we had to buy a 120-gallon fuel tank. Goodness gracious. Woo. Mm. Yes, indeed, Brandon. Totally agree. Let's see. Pat says barbecuing and building pits is something he does to relax and recharge from work. He says I don't want it to become a business, but it's definitely an expensive hobby. I agree and understand. There comes a point though where, to me, that you got to have a return on that investment. That time that you put into it, you got to get something out of it, aside from just a great meal. Sometimes you need a little more. Mm. Cool, Tim. Cool. So what else we got? We talked about propane and different fuels. What about utensils and cooking items? I mean, tongs and flippers. Oh man, Brandon said Cambros for catering. They are not cheap. Brandon, you preaching to the choir. I have three of them, and I'm a little guy, and I have three of them. But I tell you what, there are times when I put all three of them to use. Like around Thanksgiving is typically when I put them all into service, and I'm using all three of them. Wow, they are very convenient in making sure that the food doesn't spill everywhere, keeping things organized, and everything's not so spread out. Wow, those foil pans do definitely get expensive, uh, Kyle. Definitely. Marketing such as stickers, business cards, websites, banners. So I'm pretty lucky. You guys, shameless plug. If you would like to, you can purchase these stickers to help support me and my channel at brbque.com. If someone could be so kind as to put the website brbque.com. brbque.com is where I have my storefront set up, and that costs me $20 a month to keep up. I mean, $20 a month. So let's talk about that website fee. My official website, the StillDrumSmokers.com website, is actually a blog spot. No, WordPress. It is a WordPress website that I had to purchase the URL. So I've had to buy the URLs, you know, the URL brbque.com, steeldrumsmokers.com, and those URLs are pointing to other places. And you have to pay for the URL, then you have to pay for the hosting. So yes, definitely. And then the stickers are from Sticker Mule. Shout out to them. Not like they're paying me or anything, but I order 250 of them at a time. It usually costs me somewhere along the lines of about 150, 175 bucks for 200 or so. And I mean, you know, it helps me be able to do things like, you know, beer money, money for food for me to cook things. That's one of the things too, because I am constantly cooking things for content. Not only, I didn't tell you guys about this, but I actually bought a new grill, and that was it was quite the pretty penny. Let's see. Brandon says he just catered a rehearsal dinner last week. The groom's mom wanted nice disposable plates. He bought a set off Amazon for $60. He said he had to buy two, so $120. But instead of washing dishes, we talked about that, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago? So that was the one for your friend, right? No, Big Lou, you're not late to the party. We always, you know, there's always room for you to come on in and sit down. Join us. So we're talking about the hidden costs of barbecue. Be it, you know, the propane, the barrier to entry to get your grill, you know, I said propane, but whatever fuel you're using, charcoal, be it briquettes or lump, wood, utensils. We were talking about some of the equipment like the thermal pens or the instant read thermometers. We talked about fans, okay, because us big guys we need cooling. There's lots of things, memberships to different places and organizations. We were just talking about, or we just finished up talking about marketing material. So if you didn't know or don't know, brbque.com is where I have a storefront set up, and you can purchase those stickers and also shirts. Do you guys want me to get up with my friend and take another order for shirts, or no? So Lou says accessories, gadgets for cookers. Sometimes they make life easier, but sometimes you realize you really don't need it. Yes, one perfect example of those are those claws. I was so excited to get those things. I ordered those, or my wife ordered them. I can't remember. And I got them, and I was like, what? These kind of suck. Now, I will give it to them. They have come in handy when I've had to, like in the beginning, when I was pulling pork, it was like when I was running late or had a job that I was running, you know, take stuff to, and I couldn't get my hands in there, because usually I pull my pork by hand. Like by hand, I pull out any fat, any veins, anything that doesn't have a good mouthfeel, I take it out. So typically, I'm burning the heck out of my fingertips, usually, until I found out, thanks to Chuck from the Winking Pig Barbecue, I put cotton gloves underneath of my nitro gloves to help deal with the heat. So, you want to come? No, you got a little bind on your head. I don't know if you want to come say hi. Taste tester number 3 says hi. All right, goodbye. All right. Yes. John, I know I saw you just posted some stuff about Sticker Mule with your logo stuff. John, how you doing this evening? Yes. I was wondering if you heard me, Eric, or not. I forgot to post in the chat basically saying I spotted you. It's funny, when you were heading in the opposite direction, I was like, oh, look at that. Oh, wait a minute, that was Eric. And he was aired all the way up, too. Alright, Brandon says, shaving dishes and sternos, those are a big cost. But I tell you what, Restaurant Depot, I got a case of I want to say, it was like 70 of those things. And it was like $30. So, I'm happy. The only problem is, the last time or two I needed the sternos, they weren't in my van when I was going out for delivery. Oh yeah, Indie Smokehouse says, what about ServSafe certifications for food management and such? That is definitely a cost. I'm trying to think, was that $150? It was about 200. It was no more than $250. But yes, that is another one. I too am Serve Safe certified. Gash in the truck, you're absolutely right. Man, Tony says gloves, gloves, gloves. Tony, I know. And he smoke out since training and education is a factor in barbecue. You know as well as I do. Well, then again, there are some on-site, training courses. Anybody been to the 17th Street barbecue trainings or Amy Mills? I think that's her name. I don't know how they got my email address, but I have gotten emails from them occasionally about training there. Chris Bacon, crispy bacon. I like that. I like that. Uh, oh God, Lou, no. It's so funny. I did not. I purposely did not talk about this new grill. I haven't showed any pictures of this new grill. Lou, when we talked earlier, I almost sent you a picture of it, but I didn't on purpose, just because I wanted to use the grill first, possibly before I get out there and we start having that debate. But you are not the first person. There are a couple people who, I've talked to and I've told about it, and they're like, "Ooh, what are we naming it?" Ooh, gosh, y'all gave me so much grief about naming Tracy. Oh no. Y'all gave me so much grief. I guess it was just Charlotte that y'all gave me grief about. Yep. Tim says he uses claws once. I have to. Uh, gosh. Yes, Tony says moonshine and beer. I agree there. Speaking of which, you know what I'm about to say? Let me know when you're heading up my way. All right. Yeah, a new grill. It will help me with on-site cooks. It is a flat top charcoal grill, 5 foot wide. So you guys who tell me it's time for a bigger grill, yeah, I already know. John, yeah, no. You haven't been at work too long. I have not. This has not been for public consumption. I have not posted any pictures of it publicly just yet. Yeah. See, no, we're not talking about names for the new grill. See, this is why I don't talk about things like this. This is why I have to keep secrets from you guys. I feel wretched about keeping secrets from you. Uh, oh my gosh, who are you telling? That's number 2. Let's move on to number 3. But yeah, definitely a hidden cost. But I tell you what, is there anyone else who does not drink while they're cooking? I do not drink while I'm cooking. Anybody else say not drink? I'm not telling you anything else about the grill until it comes out. Well, Kirby, you don't drink at all, or you just don't drink when you're cooking? Big baby, I don't know about that. All right, Bart says he only drinks water. No drinking if you catering for his food. Game on. I agree, Benji. B-Boy says 83. He says he's got to have a brew when he mans the grill. It's a slippery slope. Rob says he tries not to. He tries. But yeah, it's a slippery slope. There have definitely been times when I've gotten to drinking and been cooking, and you will fall asleep. You will fall asleep. You will fall asleep. You will fall asleep. Somebody hit me with the hashtag. You know what I'm about to say. Big Lou says he drinks iced tea when he's cooking. Shoot, it depends. If I'm cooking for myself, the family, I might have a beer, but I try not to do anything too hard because it just puts me to sleep more often than not. I have the oddest sleep schedule known to man. I am almost like one of my buddies. He said I don't sleep. He said because you can hit me up almost any hour of the day, and I'll reply. All right. Well, nothing wrong with that, Kirby. Sorry. Nope, John. You have to. Oh my gosh, Rob, you said the right words. Long Island iced tea. Yeah, buddy, that's my go-to drink right there. If I'm not drinking Shine, then it is definitely a Long Island iced tea. My favorite because you can go anywhere you want to from a Long Island. Long Island is the strongest, most it covers all of the liquors that you can have for the most part. So if you want to just be like, oh, I'm going off the rum territory, if I'm going off the vodka, or if I want to sneak down into the gin, and yeah, obviously you can drink beer after that, but liquor first, no beer first. Kirby Q, yeah, I completely understand. John, yeah, I'd help you out on the grill. I definitely man the grill. Just make sure I'm well rested before, because even I can fall asleep, and most of the time I can and do. For the most part, or a good part of a lot of the cooks that I do, because I'm doing them on Friday. By the time Friday rolls around, I can and will the week will catch up to me, and I can be tired. Like tomorrow morning, I get to sleep in. I will sleep tomorrow until probably 6:15. Yes, that's sleeping in for me. I'm usually up at 4:15 in the morning. So yeah. All right. So Tim says 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. is usually coffee. He says if he's cooking. Oh, there we go. Smoking Boot Barbecue. He hit it. He got it. Now on the head. He said, "Ask me how I know." Well, you guys asking me how I know that you'll fall asleep if you start drinking while you're cooking. Uh, Tim says after 8 a.m. toss the corn. Any barbecue says coffee is his barbecue and drink. Stick burners require it. Oh my gosh, man, you, whoo. Yep, cuffing stuff. Definitely falling asleep equals a ruined cook. Love Long Island's. Yeah, not the premix. You gotta make it yourself. What's the longest I've ever cooked for? So, Grill Sergeant, that's a very good and slash loaded question. There has been a time where I cooked pretty much almost consistently for 2 days straight. Be it that I started the smoker on like a Wednesday afternoon, and I cooked all day Wednesday, or I started the smoker. No, it was Wednesday morning actually. I started the smoker Wednesday morning. I kind of got up like I was going to work, but I took off from work Wednesday and Thursday for an event on Friday. And what was crazy was I took off 2 days to cook for this event, right, on this Friday. Went home, picked up the food, and then brought it home, or brought it with me back to work, which was nuts. Like, yeah. Anyway, I cooked basically for about 2 days straight. Now there are times, or there have been times, where I can cook Thursday night into Friday morning, and then I'll take food out and have food done on Friday midday, Friday afternoon. Start prepping things and getting things together and already, and then I'll cook again Friday night into Saturday morning. Is usually what I have to do, or usually what I do for bigger events. Actually, speaking of something like that, I had an event, or I had multiple events. So on June 1st and June 2nd, which was a Saturday and a Sunday early this month, obviously, June 1st and 2nd, I had 6 events in 2 days. I had 4 events on Saturday and 2 events on Sunday. And I had a major, major, major problem. I cooked, for one of the events, I only cooked half of the food that I needed. Half. So tomorrow, I know you guys who really like those lessons learned video. Tomorrow is going to be a lessons learned video of how I overcame forgetting, or I'm not even gonna tell you anything more. Like I said, I cooked half. I only had half of the food that I needed for a particular event. Yeah. Yep. 4:15 a.m. Oh. Oh my gosh. Brandon, I know, man. I've been there before. Definitely, there are times when I can have an event. So let's say I have an event Saturday afternoon. It'll be one of those deals where I might come home from work on Friday afternoon and start cooking. or I will come home. Like my kids might go to bingo at their school. After bingo or before, after bingo, I'll pick them up. It might be 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'll take a nap for an hour, maybe two. After getting up on Friday morning at 4:15 in the morning, being up all daggone day, trying to get some rest from after I drop them off at bingo, or like I said, typically I'll start cooking sometimes between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So I'll take them, or after I get back from bingo, start cooking, cook throughout the night, have everything done by sunrise, if you will. Sometimes get everything processed. Usually start trying to process stuff between 8 and noon, depending on what time the events are, and then have stuff delivered depending on, again, what time the events are. If the events are early afternoon or late or early evening, that depends on what time I have to get up. You guys know how the reverse math works on how much time you need when you're cooking for events. No, I did not build the new grill. Alton, how you doing, man? Hey, yo, M&M Smokers, man. Good to see you guys. So listen, 37 of you guys on the live stream. If you haven't already, there are some guys that just walked in the room on the live stream. If you could, please do me a solid. I greatly appreciate it if you could hit that thumbs up button for me. It not only makes me feel good, it helps these live streams, helps my channel immensely. So let's see. How do you, I can't see the question because there's an arrow in front of it. How do you warm the food? You cook a day or two before an event, usually in an oven. I make no bones about telling you guys how I reheat food. I do not and have not had an opportunity to get anything like an autosham just yet. I have been on the lookout for one, but I have not gotten one yet. So Kent from Daddy Dutch Barbecue, what's going on with you? You know, it's funny, Kent, I did actually try and use a sous vide to heat up food. Again, this was one of those things where I started doing a video for it, but the video turned out like crap. Because how many of you guys start videos and then you get wrapped up in actually doing the event or doing whatever it is and you never actually finish out the video? I'm so guilty of that. I have dozens of videos I start and never actually finish. You guys have no idea what it takes to actually start video, finish, and then edit a video. It is gosh. Or just when the video turns to crap. I saw a statistic. And it wasn't a statistic. It was kind of like one of those Murphy's Law type things. And it was like, today, I'm going to show you how I do X, Y, and Z. And then the video proceeds to go to absolute Hades. All right? How about those? Can I get hands raised for those videos? Autosham, yeah, man, they are big warmers. Lou, you probably have some in your cafeteria in your school and don't even know it's Autosham. It's a big cabinet, a warming cabinet. Usually it'll go from like 140, 150 degrees to up to maybe 300 at the absolute most. For the most part, it probably hovers at about 250 degrees and it'll max out as far as temperature. Eric Moreno, hold on, where? There he is. Oh, can I get a what? Eric, man, good to see you. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. If you haven't already, again, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, man. So, yes, an autosham is definitely one of those things that I would love to have. It's just they are expensive. They start at about $1,500, $2,000. And it's just a cabinet with a heating element in the bottom. I'm sure somebody could make one easier than you could buy one. The only problem is the heating element. Well, I've seen people put heating elements in things and you have like a thermostatic switch. There was somebody that I was watching who took a old refrigerator and he turned it into a smoker, and he had some sort of thermostatic board with a switch that had like a thermometer and probes in it, and obviously once the probe read a certain temperature, it would signal to turn off the heating element. It was pretty cool, so I guess it can be made. Grumpy old gringo. How you doing? Lou, I know. Yeah. So Lou, I don't know if you remember when I talked about that event where I did for 300 plus people, and I talked about it. Again, this is back in the archives. Go back in the lessons learned playlist, and I talk about cooking for 300 people. The problem was the woman, the cafeteria manager, was supposed to leave the autosham on for me, and she didn't. So that actually slowed me down a little bit. Mm. Barbecue Big Daddy's called electric smoker. Mm. Hey, Rich, man, thank you guys. Yo, you guys are awesome. I want to take a moment and thank you guys for hanging out. Even though you guys, might have other things going on, you guys come in, you say hi, you give me a like on the video. I just really want to say thank you. You guys know I'm very appreciative of you guys stopping in and hanging out. That is so dope that you take a moment to stop in and say what's up. Easy Bake Barbecue, how you doing this evening? Uh-huh. Rich, thank you very much for popping in. So, Alton, tell me more about this one that you found for $900. I saw one recently on Facebook. Someone, I won't say tag me in it, but they tagged me in like restaurant equipment, but it looked horrible. It looked horrible. Oh man, let's not talk about it, Alton. I So I think I told you guys, or I told you guys that my wife and I just celebrated our 15-year anniversary late last month, May 30th. It was 15 years. And she wanted to take me away for a weekend, like a weekend getaway, like a Friday through Monday type thing, or a Thursday through Monday type thing. And she was all ready to take me to Austin. Yeah. But I had to go ahead and have an event this Saturday. Because she was like, oh man, she's like, I was going to surprise you. She's like, I reached out to your manager. I had my dad, he was going to come down and watch the kids, because they don't have camp or they don't have school, so they could be around the house, all of these things. And it just was not in the cards because I have an on-site event this Saturday. Unfortunately. Yeah. Lou, they almost all have heating, or almost all have those water pans, and it's just a teeny little water pan. You would think that they would need more water in there, but nope. Jacqueline and Dad, how you doing? Well, thank you very much for Alton for sharing this chat. I greatly appreciate that, man. I really do. Rick, how you doing? Yeah, well, the almost all of the auto shams I've seen are no. There was one that I saw. I went to. I had an event at a. I was at a hall, um, and the whole thing was like I think it was one of those things where they built in some CP time, and they're like, yeah, we need the food there at 3 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, what time is the reception? They're like, well, the wedding starts at 3 o'clock. Well, if the wedding starts at 3 o'clock, then the reception probably isn't going to be starting until 4:30, maybe 5, depending on the length of the wedding and how much in between time you have. Like, why do I need to have the food there that early? And they're like, well, we want to make sure it's there early to make sure that it's this and it's that. So I'm like, okay, whatever nope, nothing, sure. So I took the food, had the food there, and I get there and I'm there with the coordinator, like the kitchen coordinator, and I'm like, hi, I have this food for the reception, blah blah blah. And she's like, okay, put it in the warmer. I'm like, it's already warm. Really don't want to leave it in the warmer. How long is it going to be in there? And she's like, well, the reception isn't scheduled to start until like 4:30. So I ended up turning down the auto sham because it was on like closer to 300. So I turned it down at like 150. But yeah. Ah, Alton, Don't tempt me. Well, 4th of July is kind of close. Plus, that's my taste tester number 2. His birthday is on July 6th, and we usually go to my sister-in-law's house and we kind of celebrate his birthday there because we all get together. Simple Man's Barbecue, what's good with you, man? Since brisket, nice. All right, Jay, that's what's up. Jacqueline, where in Trinidad? Thank you very much, Alton. Heading to Vegas at Tuesday and coming back Friday. I have some airline miles. I don't know. I might. But I'll look into it. Texas style barbecue and cuisine. Hey, thank you very much, sir, for coming in and hanging out. Backyard barbecue show. He says, "How do I barbecue cheaper?" There is no way. Unfortunately, the way this economy is set up and the cost of meat, there really is no way to barbecue cheaper. Unfortunately, barbecue used to be rather inexpensive, but because of the popularity of barbecue, people have figured out that they can charge a good deal of money for a lot of these things that we have and we use and we like and we love. So yeah, Justin, how you doing? Huh. All right, well, Jacqueline, one of my best friends is from Carenage. So yeah, I've never been there, and I would love to get to Trinidad. Only problem is I have a coworker who is also from Trinidad. She goes back every year for Carnival for she takes like 2 weeks and she's there for that 2 weeks. And of course, that's the time I would like to go to Trinidad. So that doesn't quite work out because usually I'm stuck covering for her. Well, Texas Style and Barbecue, what is your name, sir? What is your name? I don't want to have to keep calling you Texas Style and Barbecue and Cuisine. We got to make it, make it short. Just first gift. Nice. That's what's up. James. James hangs out in here every now and again. Smoked bologna. That's cheap and it'll make you can make good money on it. Yep. Ken! Oh my goodness! Oh my hey. I don't know the chef. Thank you, Chef Johnny. Sorry. I don't there's some of you guys that I've known for a while, some of you guys that I've just recently discovered. I've just recently gotten plugged into a lot of the other YouTubers and things like that. So I'm learning, so don't hold it against me if I don't remember your names right away or don't know exactly who you are. Oh, I know Carnival is big over there. I'm definitely trying to get there. It's on my bucket list. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, man, oh gosh, I could tell you about some drunken nights and punching. Oh, man. So my buddy, like I said, is from Carenage. He's one of my best friends. Like no BS. So whenever he would go home, he would always come back, and he'd tell us, he's like, I got the bottle punching, come through. All right. So he'd come through and he'd be like, yo, here. Like, yo, the glass is dirty. You should no need to clean it. Here's the alcohol cleaning germs. It's like, yo, very valid point. I'll take my shot. Thanks. Yeah. So 4th of July isn't necessarily, it's crazy. Some people want food for 4th of July. Other people do not. For the most part, people do a lot more grilling themselves for 4th of July. I find myself busier for graduations, rehearsals, other parties, and things like that. But 4th of July is like one of those burger and hot dog chicken type of holidays that everyone or that uncle with the Grillmaster 3000 sandals is on the grill. So I usually don't, and then that's a good thing for me because of the fact that I usually spend the time with my family. Now, what I'll usually end up doing is I'll do something that I'll take with me. So, my family, they love my brisket just like everybody else loves my brisket. So, we go up to my sister-in-law's house and I will do, like, I've done burnt ends a time or two, or just, like some brisket slices. But, I mean, usually I'm traveling with food, and it is because I'm cooking something, but not like super busy like I would be around like Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like that. Texas is definitely in the house. Man, Smoking Joe, I tried to get on the live stream this morning. What happened? What happened? I was all looking forward to it. You gotta build your tolerance up, Alton. Your tolerance. I don't smoke any food on Independence Day. Yep, burgers and dogs. I totally agree, Benji. Yep, I totally agree. Chuck from Wake and Pig Barbecue, he said his business sucked on Memorial Day, the 4th of July, and Labor Day. All of those holidays where folks get together and actually cook for themselves are not usually good barbecue days for me. Yes, Alton, I did see you talking about that soda and the Tito's, but nah, I don't know. I have a pretty high tolerance. I do my fair share of drinking. Oh yeah, I'm definitely between the roti and the bake, and yeah, I'm trying to get down to Trinidad. Let's put it that way. Oh, that's a big one, dude. Because everybody was sitting in the chat like, "Hey, where is he? What's going on? I guess there's some technical difficulties." And there were people like, "Yes, the AM live stream as opposed to a 9 p.m. live stream or whatever." Yes. I was just like, do 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 do. I just reading comments, kind of hung out for a while. Yeah, yeah. I caught it, Alton, too. I was just there a moment after you logged off. But I did say what's up. But this girl was turning 30 to the barbecue as well. As popping the question. Nice, Ken. That's what's up. Uh, dude, Cuff and Stuff says June is barbecue wedding month. Well, you're down in South Carolina. Up here in Baltimore, like, I do or have done a few rehearsal dinners and parties and things like that. Not that many weddings. I think to date I've only actually catered like 5 weddings. Usually it's the rehearsal dinner or it's the party that I've done. Yeah, a rehearsal dinner or like a shower. I'll do that for a lot of times where I find that a lot of times people just can't afford or don't have the money for bigger knockdown drag out barbecues. So yeah, it's cool, Joe. It happens. So there are some people that probably would hang out on a morning stream. You got to think about it like this, Alton. They're sitting at work not doing anything. Why not? A lot of times, people at home at 9 o'clock and 9 p.m. They're at home. You guys see and hear all of the not distractions, but the interactions that can happen. What if 9 p.m. is your kid's bedtime? You might not be able to hang out on a live stream at 9 p.m. But what if you can sit at your desk and have the live stream playing in the background, and you can just listen? So if only I didn't actually work during the day sometimes. I wouldn't mind doing a live stream from during the day or on a day when I'd like go in late. Like, I don't know. Thursdays I go in late. Would you guys want me to do a live stream like 9 o'clock in the morning? The only problem is I'd be doing a live stream from like Starbucks or something. Yep. Prepping beef, flanking ribs, nice. This is. Yep. Well, Chef, thank you very much for coming in and hanging out. Well, Alton, definitely. Like I said, I can more easily watch a live stream while I'm sitting at my desk because I can answer the phone if I have to. I can't necessarily host a live stream in the mornings. Barbecue with Big Daddy says in Tennessee, Tuesday is a good enough reason for a Q party. Sure enough. Jay, we talked about that before, man. You need to charge folks for cooking for them. Yes. Hey, Rich, thank you very much, man, for hanging out. Definitely appreciate it. Hey, if you haven't already, please do me a solid and hit that like button, that thumbs up, rather. I would greatly appreciate it. It makes me feel good, and also it helps these live streams out immensely. So, in the first hour, we talked about like the barrier to entry, or like some of the hidden costs behind barbecue. Obviously, the biggest one is going to be the cost of your cooker, hands down. Unless and then someone says, "Oh, well, I can make mine my own." But you still got to buy the materials, or you still have to have the intuitiveness to see the ability to make a smoker out of something else, right? To reuse, reduce, and recycle or repurpose something. So, that isn't necessarily without, its costs as well. And then, of course, you have your fuel. So, you have propane or wood, lump charcoal, briquettes, pellets if you have them, electricity, all of the above, as far as your fuel for your cookers. Hey man, have a good one, Alton. Thank you very much for popping in. I definitely be on the lookout. Yep, Ken, you're right. Definitely. He says, get lucky and find one in the abandoned storage unit. If only I were that lucky. It's funny though. One of my customers, I don't really like to call them customers. I call them supporters. They support me. So one of my supporters, he hit me up, and this is a guy. He hit me up and he says, "Hey, there's a smoker abandoned in front of this restaurant that went out of business." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I remember. I've heard about that place. I remember they went out of business." He's like, "Wait, do you remember me? I ordered ribs and brisket from you, like 2 or 3 years ago." I'm like, "Yeah, I remember you live downtown, blah, blah, blah." I remember almost everybody I've taken food to. Almost everybody. It's just a matter of putting a name to a face to an address, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I definitely remember you." So, but we got to talking, and he's like, "Look, it's abandoned out there, and I just haven't had the opportunity to go across town in order to scope it out and figure out how yeah, yeah, I haven't seen it yet." Big grilled cheese cooked this weekend. Can I get advice on what temp to pull it? When it's melted, you know. So did you know cheese melts at most cheese melts at over about 85 degrees. Ken says that's how he got his. I can imagine. Ken Ken is a jokester. Ken, you need to be on in here more often. He says, Eric, when the smell of the cheese is making the ladies weak in the knees, it's time to pull it. That's what she said. Oh boy. We can't be giving out all these secrets, Eric. He says, and I quote, do you let it rest, butcher paper, or foil? I'll let you be the judge. How about, you know what? Test multiple means of cooking and wrapping in butcher paper and foil and see what happens. See what happens. What? $400 for his trailer smoker, Benji? What? Oh man, Ken, that is ridiculous. I like that, Jay. He said, like Nike, just do it and find your results. Golly, Ken, that sucks. Yeah, just no wax paper. No wax paper. Yeah, no wax paper. Oh man, you guys are hilarious. So, rat either works, rest for 2 hours. Rick, I don't know. I did say that I wanted to give one away for making 10,000. It's been kind of crazy for me as of late. In the past, well, it's been a month, just about. Tomorrow will make 1 month since I hit 10,000 subscribers. I hit 10,000 subscribers um, on May 20th, 2019. It'll probably be one of those dates that I'll remember for a good while. But I have not been able to do it just yet. Thank you, Smoking Joe. Thank you, Grill Sergeant. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Jay, I agree. Jay says, just letting you know, bacon is cheating. That's like messing with the 5.0. Agreed. Ken says, Benji beat him. He said he paid $600 for his grill setup or trailer setup. Pat says, you can't catch much gravy in butcher paper. Ooh. Ken says cheesecloth will work to help keep, excuse me, ash off of the grilled cheese. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Jacqueline, thank you very much. I appreciate that as well. Thank you, Chef. Ken, bacon is always cheating. It's on my desk at work. Well, it's behind my desk at work. Tomorrow I will post a picture. Was it in the? I'm trying to think. No. So last time I posted something from my desk at work was the chicken butt video. Shout out to all you guys who got a kick out of that. It really was rather impromptu. Where is Ricer, by the way? But the chicken butt video was filmed from my desk at work, and when I will try to film or at least take a picture or snapshot of me at my desk tomorrow, and I'll post it on the community page, and you can see the play button is hanging up in my office. Bacon is not life. Ken. $30 from Craigslist and $20 modifications, and it's still a good cooker. It just posted this turkey on a smoker a couple months ago. That's what's up, Eric. That was the offset, or yeah, the offset firebox. That's the one you're talking about. Oh, wow. Daggone, Ken. That's kind of sad. Sorry to hear that. That's dope, man. $50 invested into that smoker, and you are definitely cooking on it, man. Taking names. Definitely doing some big things on that thing. All right, who's with me? Where's Preston at? Preston usually drinks with me, keeps up with me. All right. So what do you guys? What else you guys have going on? Glenn, I'm good. How you doing? John, cheers or salud. So Doc moved up to Connecticut, and I see her on Instagram from time to time, but she is basically doing her keto thing. So if you're not following her on Instagram, you need to follow her on Instagram. And she says she got a lot of family stuff going on here and there, and is not necessarily always available for watching the live streams. But I do hit her up every now and again, or she hits me up on Instagram. Seems to be the best way just to say what's up. But I guess I'm already a couple beers in, or I would take a shot at the Mama Juana. But I've been keeping it. I've been holding it for special occasions. Old yellow round vertical smoker that his dad bought in the 70s. Man, I can imagine. I would love. So my first smoker was one of those little Brinkman bullet smoker type things, and it was similar to the one that my aunt had. My aunt lived next door to me growing up, and she used to like smoke chicken out in this little smoker, and oh my gosh, I can vividly remember, and I know I've talked about this before. Remember that Clarence Carter song where he talks about I was stroking to the left and stroking to the right, stroking to the girl that I like best. Well, she changed it to say I was smoking, and I was smoking. That was, as opposed to stroking, it was smoking. That was her thing. Vividly remember her saying that anytime she would smoke some chicken, and that chicken was banging. Might just be you, Ken. Unfortunately, hopefully it's just you. Glenn, I know all about being tired. Wow. All right, Eric, that's what's up. Hey, peace and blessings right back at you, good brother. Thank you very much for hanging out. Definitely appreciate you. Yeah, Lou knows the song. Oh, Glenn, how about now? Is it any better or is it worse? Ken, hopefully it gets easier for you. Definitely. Stroking. Clarence Carter. Hey, James from Ava McClaim. How you doing, man? Salute. Ah, James, I actually watched a video of you and Joe when you went to Franklin's. I guess you guys were first in line. That's pretty awesome. First cabinet charcoal smoker was given. Some a-hole stole it in the middle of the day. He missed it. He cooked butts like a boss. Oh man, I think Benji, we talked about that when you told me that you had a grill or a smoker stolen. Lang hybrid reverse flow. Just first cook on a Saturday. Ribs in a Boston butt. Core smoke ring, hickory apple wood, and cherry. Loved every second. Man. Ah. Yeah, so the song is called Strokin', okay? And it's by a guy named Clarence Carter. So, again, this was, I guess it was in the mid 90s. The song came out, and again, it was Clarence Carter, and the song was called Stroking. And he said, now, stroking to the left, stroking to the right. And then it was, I'll be stroking, all right? And it was Clarence Carter. And then, like I said, my aunt, who introduced me to smoking meat, she used to say, whenever she used to get the smoker set up, I was smoking. So, just a memory from my childhood. This is shipping, not receiving. Oh my gosh. Jay, who else is here? Alright, so let's check in. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys checking in from? Obviously, you guys know I currently reside in Maryland. I know there's a couple folks from Texas Texas in the place. John, I know he is Florida, Texas. Grill Sergeant, where are you, sir? All right, well, California. Aiden McClaimham, he is in Texas. Let's see, who else? Gulf Coast, Mississippi, Questa J. Texas. Ohio, what's for dinner? Texas. Arlington, Texas. To be more specific. Reggie, Texas. Who isn't from Texas? Alright, so we got Tullahoma, 60 miles from Nashville. Dirty Jerds up in the house. Alright, LA in the house. We got Texas, South Texas, San Antonio, Odessa. He said his heart's in Texas. Eric's in Kentucky. El Paso. World famous peas in West Baltimore. He up the street from me. Kirby's down in Virginia. Benji's in Wichita, Kansas. Texas does not run the barbecue game. Y'all just have the most per capita people who cook. That's all. Not ruling the house. This is my live stream. I do what I want. Alright? And I know Kirk is checking in from Maryland. He's on the Eastern Shore. So he's got my back for the Maryland peeps. And P also is here representing Maryland and more specifically Baltimore. Quentin says Jackson, Mississippi rules barbecue. Oh boy. We're not talking about that team who wears a star and is questionable. Mr. Homeowner, well, thank you, sir, for acknowledging. How far am I from Baltimore? Well, seeing as how I live in Baltimore, not very. Not very. Yeah. John, let's not. Wait. Oh, darn. You're lucky. My hat is outside of my car. Boosted Plinko. He's also representing Maryland. That is my buddy Nick. What's going on, man? Thank you for popping in and hanging out. Appreciate it. Jay. Okay. Quentin Watkins, such a funny fellow. Chef. Hey, look, I don't agree or disagree with some of the folks' comments. I just kind of roll with the punches. So hey, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. It makes not only me feel good, it helps my channel immensely. So if I talked about it earlier, if you haven't or if you don't, please join me for tomorrow's video. It is a lessons learned. Excuse me. It is a lessons learned video. I've gotten a lot of feedback from you guys about those lessons learned videos where I take a problem I've had and I talk about it in hopes that I help one of you guys out. Tomorrow's lesson learned is about that one time, or this one time, less than a month ago. I only cooked half of the food that I needed for an event. I'm just going to leave it at that. You'll have to come back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time and you can see the video. Unless you're a Patreon supporter. And if you're a Patreon supporter, that video went live for you earlier today. So, yeah. John, I'm not sure. The problem is I want to film some videos on that new grill. Monday, I had Monday, there was not much going on. Tuesday. Okay, let me just tell you about my Tuesday, my yesterday. So, I worked until 2. I got home. I had to meet up with, and I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I'm actually the president of my local community association. So, there are evenings where I have community association stuff to do. So, I had a meeting with the former or past president of the community association so that I could get my name on the bank account so that we could do stuff with that, or I could do stuff with that. Then after I met with her, I came home, grabbed the boys. I took them for haircuts yesterday at 3:45. Once I left from there, I came home. Number 2 had baseball practice. We had practice from 5, and I picked him up, or I snatched him at 6:30, because then I had a meeting at 7 with the vice president and the treasurer of the community association. So yesterday, yeah, it was a day. And did I cook yesterday? No, I did cook. So what I ended up doing was I stopped at Sam's and got one of those, I got a meatloaf meal, only because I knew I wasn't going to have time to stay in the house and cook. So I turned the oven on, threw it in the oven, and it was actually kind of good. Alright, so where's everyone else from? So, Rick, we're not even going to talk about that. I will not Well, you are from from Ohio, so we can understand why you would be a fan of the Browns. Yeah. So Kirk says he want to give thanks to everyone who got dad props, who gave dad props. He got on the list. Things looking good. Oh, that's what's up, man, Kirk. So definitely so Kirk's father wasn't doing so well, and we definitely kept him in our thoughts and our prayers. So I'm glad to hear he's doing better. Kirk, that is awesome. Dude, John, yo, and that was after I worked all day. That was after I worked all day. Oh, it's all right. I'm not worried about Lloyd. You know, Lloyder's gonna Lloyd. And I just want to tell you guys that that is like our live stream inside joke that Lloyders are going to Lloyd. And I just want to say thank you for being here to know what that means. So those of you guys who don't know what it means, sorry. Yeah. Can't wait for the draft, I'm sure. I'm an Eagles fan, so I already know. Ken, you are definitely my type of dude, man. You have my similar type of humor. The good thing is we don't have any neighborhood watch signs in my neighborhood because I would have taken it already. Yeah. Uh, so John says, have I used any of the cowboy lump charcoal from Lowe's? What are my thoughts? He said he picked up a $9 bag. I haven't used it recently. But I did, if you remember, John, when I was using the Big Green Egg originally, hold on one second. When I was using it originally, I was using Cowboy Lump that I got from one of my friends. Yeah. All right. So taste tester number 1 just got back from a play date. Nothing. All right. Hi.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
No, I'm not doing a live stream right now, and you know, don't look in there for steak. Wash your hands before you go in the refrigerator. And there's no steak left for you. No, no. Oh. Wash your hands. If I'm telling you to wash your hands, what do you think? God, you know, dad jokes. You gotta mess with them, right? Yeah, I don't mind the Cowboy brand charcoal. Definitely. I will tell you that you probably will find some debris in there, but that Cowboy Lump brand charcoal is half or a quarter of the price of the Big Green Egg charcoal or lump charcoal, and I found debris in the Big Green Egg bag as well. I'm trying to think, what do I have on the side of the house now? It might actually be Cowboy brand. No, is it Cowboy brand? But I got which one is that one? Okay. Trying to make sure he eating the right steak, because you know, get a bigger plate. Oh, make sure you wash your hands afterward. Well, actually, I don't care. You can touch it. That one's yours. I don't care about that one. No. No mute. Ken, thank you very much for hanging out, man. I greatly appreciate you stopping by. I really appreciate your humor and the levity. Great. Yeah. Yeah, play dates. Definitely. Yeah. Nice, John. That's what's up. Shoot. I cooked on mine today. You know, so confession. One, I feel bad when I keep secrets from you guys, like about this new grill that I got. I feel like I'm like you know, I feel like I'm keeping things from you guys, and I don't want to. Two, I feel bad when I don't film videos of cooks. But this afternoon, I was trying to just get dinner done. I was running late. I had a lot of errands I had to run this afternoon. I got home. I started cooking. I try. You guys know I'm home typically earlier than my wife is. So I'm the one that, my wife and I made a rule that whoever gets home first is responsible for cooking. So because I'm home first typically, I am responsible for doing most of the cooking in the afternoons. And this afternoon, I stopped at Sam's. I got some steak. I got some asparagus. I got some potatoes. So when I got home, I got the big green egg started, and then I got Tracy. So Sammy the big green egg and Tracy the Traeger. I got those started, and in Tracy, I had a full catering pan with some potatoes sliced up or like quartered. Those little I don't even know what those are called, but like a mixed medley of potatoes from Sam's, and some asparagus in a half catering pan. The potatoes in the full catering pan, put them in the Traeger, let them go for about a half an hour. Money. Then the steak, once I knew that the potatoes were just about done, I had the big green egg screaming at over 600 degrees, and I kind of had it limited to make sure that it wasn't too hot. That's my biggest fear. I definitely do not want to break that thing from cooking too hot in it. But I will have you know, I burnt the hair, or I singed the hair off both. Not one, but both of my wrists this afternoon. Opening up that thing when it gets going, even though I burped it, as soon as I open up, poof, both wrists. Yeah. Man, Pat, I'm trying to be have a play date with you then. Shoot, I like beer and welding. 15 years. Well, you might have to drive and go get one, or go to one. It's not that I hold out on you guys. I feel like sometimes I don't want to disappoint you. So if the videos are not up to my standards, or if I don't have time to really put 100% effort into the videos, and then also, I tell you what is getting more and more difficult to find and film original things. So sometimes when I'm just cooking a ribeye steak on Sammy the Big Green Egg, you guys have seen that before. I sometimes can't think of original stuff to say. Plus, I'm kind of miserable when I get really, really hot. And it was hot this afternoon. It was 85 degrees here, plus just about. And I'm standing at the hot grill. I don't want to have to talk. So sometimes that's part of it too. So usually I go up to my sister-in-law's house for 4th of July. Taste tester number 2, his birthday is July 6th. So we usually get together and hang out there at her house, and we celebrate there. Well, John, I tell you what, I'm gonna, Charlotte cooking steaks. Woo! Hey, can you hand me this box right here, please? This one right there. Still, more holding out on you guys. It's kind of heavy. It's cooking apparatus.
You know, like or something?
No, man. I'm not opening it.
Oh.
Alright. This. Can you guys see that? I'm trying to cover up my address here. Can you guys see that? Yeah. I mean, not that I really intentionally want to hold out on you guys. Whoops. But, it's just been a matter of time. Like, sometimes. Whew. Hey, well, Rick, I apologize. Right, sir, how you doing, man? I don't think I said hi to you. I saw when you popped in, but I did not say hi to you officially. Yeah, but you guys see that. That is a slow and sear. Whew. Goodness. You know on Snapchat?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Lies. Don't make me turn that phone off.
Okay.
I know all about baseball. I had baseball. You missed it if you didn't. Yes, the slow ones here is for the Weber. So let me just tell you guys, I have a lot of ideas and things that I want to do and get done. It's just I don't always have the afternoon or the time to get it done. The daylight, though the days are getting longer, the amount of things I have to do around the house and or other adulthood responsibilities are sucking the life out of me sometimes. Like usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays are my big day to film. I would have loved to film something today. It just did not work out. Over the weekend, a Saturday and Sunday, I try to film something so that I can have a video for Tuesday, and then I try to film something on a Tuesday or a Wednesday so that I can have something for Thursday. It just didn't work out. Mike, me? I couldn't fry a wing? Okay. Wow, Jonathan, that's what's up. So, Jonathan says he was watching recording this chat. He wanted to give everyone a pro tip. He said buy cafeteria lunch trays for cutting boards. They're $4 on Amazon. Best idea ever, and it keeps the mess down. That is what's up. That's definitely what's up. Like Kirk says, look, Aloydin. Sure enough. Have you ever thought of taking a break from YouTube so you can just rest my brain? I have, and I have thought about that, and I have in fact done it. When I was in the UK, I just could not get it together and put out videos for that particular week while I was there, and things suffered. And it is a hamster wheel. YouTube is a hamster wheel, and I guess while we're, those of you guys who are putting up content consistently on YouTube, chime in. Do you agree or disagree that you cannot, there are no days off, no weeks off from YouTube? You have to keep continually churning out content, putting out content for the YouTube algorithm to keep you relevant. If you do not put out content, you will not be relevant. All right, Mike. So I'm going to give you a formal warning. What I usually try to do is those who have off the wall or non-constructive or non-comments that are not helping us out, I'll give you a warning before I put you on timeout, and then I'll put you on timeout. If you come back still talking and commenting reckless, deuces. All right. A few channels using those lunch trays as cutting boards. Yep. 0 days off. 0, 0, 0 days off. I have definitely been on both sides of it. So those of you guys who were around just before Christmas know that I went away on a cruise. And when I went away on a cruise, because of the fact that I knew that that was going to be the case, and I had no internet reception at all for 5 days. For 5 days, I was not going to have internet reception at all. And those of you guys who comment on my videos, who come and talk and things like that, you guys know I don't play not replying to folks. I talk to you guys. We have open conversation. We have dialogue. We go back and forth. And I definitely comment on almost every single comment within, it depends. There are times when I'm hanging out with family, or, it could be overnight. There are times when I sleep. But for the most part, I comment within an hour or two of you leaving a comment. For the most part, probably like a 4-hour average. There are times when it's overnight, or I could be doing something and I'll just be in the middle of something. And yeah. Well, Mike, let's see here. Mike, I think you might be lucking out because of the fact that... Oh, wait. Never mind. All right. So, Joe, it's one of those things where it depends on where I am and who I'm with. So when I was in the UK, I did actually start filming a video, like obviously of me traveling over there. And I didn't tell you guys, but my luggage was lost, and I basically vlogged for about a day and a half. But the problem was I was with two other people who I didn't necessarily feel comfortable filming around and or with or putting them on camera. So I didn't. So that's why sometimes I don't necessarily put people on blast like that. But I don't have a problem if it's me and I'm able to. I don't have a problem definitely doing a review. Obviously, you do something similar, or you did something similar, like going to Franklin's and doing stuff like that. The major problem is if I'm with my family. A lot of times, my family takes precedent over me trying to try something new. Though I would love to film something new all the time, it just doesn't always work out. Eric says, I do a great job, a wealth of experience, and I'm very responsive. I appreciate that. Yeah. Hold up, John. Let me think about that for a second. Anybody's counting? That's number 5. Okay. I don't know, John. When are you taking delivery? Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Those trays, actually, did you guys know that most of those lunch trays are Cambro branded lunch trays? I don't really think they appreciate the fact that people use them to, like, for doing skids in their cars and such, but yeah. Kurt, tell him again. So Kurt says, how it'll be in Tampa in August? Tampa is a winter place for us big bone fellas. Still 18 months out? Gosh. Yo, speaking of a Yoder, can we all just appreciate that Yoder that Smoking Joe has? Wow. Talk about a cooker. Man, I want one of those so bad. Like, in the worst way. In the worst way. Gosh. Hey, Easy Bake. Well, thank you very much for popping back in. Alright. Yo, that Yoder is ridiculous. The YS640, that's the pellet one? John? You said bring my trailer with me? What? Yes. So Jonathan, completely understand and agree. I use one type of cutting board for raw meat for the most part, and I use another for cooked meat. And then I also have a third, pretty much, for like chicken and other things. If you guys have seen, I use a darker cutting board for cutting up chicken and things like that. Oh boy. Joe, no need to talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Like, nah, don't worry about it. Don't trouble yourself in talking about it. If you want to keep it to yourself, Yeah, you do that. No need to film videos on it. No, none of that. Got a gator pit. Jonathan, where are you, sir? Black Hood Productions, how you doing? It's almost time to wrap it up. But you are more than what's for dinner? So I will be on the hot seat on July. It's either the 11th or the 17th. I don't know the date off the top of my head. I'm horrible at dates. I apologize. Georgia. Bold in the middle. Any thoughts on how to get it flat again? Nope, Joe. I tell you, I have a video on how to get it clean though. I use a chef's knife and I scrape that plastic, scrape the dirt. I'm telling you, best thing I've ever found. I just, I try to keep my cutting boards clean. But aside from putting a moist paper towel underneath of it, once they get bowed, there's nothing that you can do about it from what I understand. I've tried like heating them up and putting a warm pot on top of it, but it just like a kettle, and it just does not seem to take that bow out. It's just a thing. You would think that like I could let it sit on the counter with the warm kettle on it, and it would take it out, but no. Probably what you would have to do is turn it upside down and create some sort of like a valley. But then you run the risk of maybe bending it too far in the opposite direction. That's at least my thought on it. But other than that, yeah, sorry. Easy Bake Barbecue. Well, he's is it he? She? 40-inch. Come on, Easy Bake Barbecue oven. Hey, I don't knock folks. I try not to. Everybody has to start somewhere. And if you're cooking barbecue, it might not be the best barbecue or best in the world or nation, but if it's good to you, then it's good with me. That's how I feel about it. Yeah. I've tried heating them on the other side. It did not work for me. No, not with Baby Back Maniac, with Cooking with CJ. Hey, dishes. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. Sink full of dishes, and you know they're full of dishes because you just put a plate on top.
I didn't think you were doing it by your live stream.
You can be quiet and do it quietly. Let's not blame the live stream for that. Okay. Hey, Simple Man's Barbecue, thank you very much for hanging out. Greatly appreciate it. Man Meat Barbecue, it's August. What's for dinner? Look, I suck at dates. Usually the only time I remember a date is if I have an event, and then that's like, wait a minute, that date is important. Why is that date important? Then I have to look on my phone. And also, I'm getting much better at putting dates and things like that in my phone. I used to just write them down, and I had like a calendar. Oh, that doesn't work. Oh my goodness. Jay says his offset sucks, but it's his, so he loves it. That's what's up. Oh yeah, Girl Sergeant. Tell me about it. Oh, Ricer. Woo. Let's Let's not even talk about it. I don't know, John. I might have to see when he's available to come down here. Jonathan, I completely understand. He said he can't even spell Mississippi. Everyone knows how to spell Mississippi. Taste tester number 1. How you spell Mississippi? What do you mean you don't know? M-I-S. Hold on. Start again, taste tester number 2.
Capital M-I-S-S-I-P-P-I-S-S-I? Mississippi? I don't know.
No. M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter.
What's a cricket letter?
An S is a crooked letter.
Cricket letter.
Yes. Who else knows how to spell Mississippi by saying M-I, crooked letter I, humpback I, crooked letter I? Or, yeah, you guys, I'm sorry. I know I spelled it incorrectly, but dude, Kent, I am tired, man. This morning started at 4:30. I slept in a little bit. I have not started on my grilled cheese yet. I have done some R&D. My wife and I were talking about it. Yep, she needs some more S's and P's. Oh boy. Look, everyone says the same thing. That's how they were taught. M-I, crooked letter I, humpback I, Mississippi, Mississippi. Yeah. Crooked letter and humpback. Mississippi. Oh my gosh, Kirk, man, I'm telling you. Thank you, Kent. I appreciate you. You're helping me out. Mississippi. So it's M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. That's it. Jay says he has his phone for spell check. Yeah, I do too, but autocorrect be messing up sometimes, man. What the duck? Taste tester number 1 got that one. I'm a couple in, and I'm getting delirious because it's late. I appreciate you helping me out, Iowa. Boy from Iowa, as he says. It's funny. I don't even know how or why. I just so happened to walk past a couple coworkers yesterday, and there was an older guy. He's older than me, and he was talking to 2 younger guys who, like in their 20s, and they were looking at a map of the country, and he's like testing them on geography, and he's like, all right, where's Iowa? And neither one of them could pick it out. So, don't feel bad. No one knows where you are. 9 whiskeys. Jeez. The way my diabetes is set up, I can't drink all of that. Yeah, I wish. Goodness. Vanna is great. I filmed oh my gosh, man. So last week, which is hilarious, on the live stream last week, Taste Tester number 3 was trying to tell you guys that I filmed an update video with Vanna or on Vanna. So she's doing fine. I have actually been using Vanna for deliveries from time to time. I took Vanna up to Cape Cod and back. It was about 1,000 miles all told. Vanna's doing great. There are still some things I need to work out and fix. The main thing at this point is I need a vacuum pump on the van because I don't have a vacuum pump, because the vacuum pump isn't really working. I don't have power brakes, and that is a bear. So, yeah, that is basically the update on Vanna. Oh man, definitely Black Hood. It's definitely an easy beer for a hard day. I try not to have hard days. I just, they're long days. That's primarily what the problem is. Nah, John, I haven't put that video out just yet. And, the good thing about YouTube is you can always go back and watch them, but I know you watch them. So, but that video has not come out yet. I too have had a crazy few weeks. And it is one of those things where I film a video and I am at this point, the video that's going up tomorrow was filmed 2 weeks ago. So I am about 2 weeks ahead, which is good because if there is ever an instance where I don't have time to film or I have something to do, I usually can make up and catch up and not have to worry about missing any videos. So that's why I film so far in advance. That's crazy. How do you have a movie where the river is flowing in the wrong direction? well, what's for dinner? Hey, Joe, thank you very much for hanging out, man. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to seeing some cooks on that Yoder that you need not actually post any videos about, because I'm envious, definitely envious. Nothing from Porter and York, I think about them from time to time, and I really wish that they would, like, I could help them with their social media so much. But, when people don't do it, or people aren't into it, or people don't just like, some of the stuff that I see them doing, I'm like, man, I can help you guys out. Not even with them sending me stuff, but just, hey, here's, you need to post more, you need to tag people, and, they need to pay someone, to be completely honest, they need to pay someone to sit and look at hashtags and get people to look back at their stuff. That's the main mistake that they're making. There's no one drawing attention to their brand. You're not going to attract people by using a hashtag that no one knows about. It's just not going to work. Yeah. Bacon does not make everything better, Kirk. Hey, Eric, thank you very much, man, for hanging out. Hey, all right, guys. So we hit the 2-hour mark. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. John is definitely back. I missed you, John. I really did. I love our. When you come to Tampa? I don't know when I can come to Tampa. Hey, you just need to come to Tampa. I don't know when I can get down to Tampa. Hey, you come to Tampa yet? I can't get down to Tampa yet, but trust me, man, when I can get to Tampa, you will be the first to know. Well, probably the second. I gotta probably tell the wife that I want to go to Tampa as well. But, I appreciate your tenacity, man. Definitely do. And, I appreciate all the support you've shown, all of the love, all of the comments, all of the feedback, all of those things. Yo, Travis already knows. So, John, I don't know if you might have missed Travis, but Travis was in the live stream earlier this evening, and he popped in, and he asked me to say hi to his friend, Ashley. Nah. So, yeah. It's not that you can't get me in Salisbury. Every time you have something going on, I have something going on. And don't take it personal. I get busy. Like, I get busy. Oh. Hey, thank you very much, Chef, for hanging out. Appreciate you. Texas style barbecue and cuisine. I definitely appreciate you hanging out, and I'm honored that you took the time to hang out with me. I'm just a little guy trying to cook some stuff on YouTube. Man, the 4th of July is so far away. I don't plan my stuff in advance like that. I can't. Smoker's eye once per summer for a cook-off. Man, I can't in September. I already have something going on. I'll actually be on the Eastern Shore in Maryland in September. I don't have that much time off from work. I wish I could. If you were closer and I could do like a weekend trip, done and done. But I unfortunately don't have that time off. John, I already know. Kirk, You're right. But there's sometimes when, making money is better than spending money. Dutch, I'm gonna be in Ocean City already for Daddy. I'm gonna be in Ocean City already for the big car show event that I go to down in Ocean City. So unfortunately, I know I can't make that one. I wish. I already have an obligation in Ocean City, Maryland. Yeah. Thank you, John, for hanging out. Greatly appreciate it and you for popping by. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Again, it makes me feel good and it helps these videos out and my channel immensely. So, but yeah, Dutch, I'll be in Ocean City. Yeah, Jay put out a video on his tri-tip chili. I'm pretty sure it looked pretty good. I just wish I could get tri-tip. Sad face. Are you finished the dishes in there, Chase? That's the number one. So also, I need you to take the potatoes and the asparagus and put them in plastic bags and get it in the refrigerator, please and thank you. All right. Iola Old Car Show, Wisconsin. Boy, oh boy. I need to just be able to travel around the country and do barbecue full time. Well, travel around the country and do YouTube, but I can't right now. YouTube, I'm still a little guy. I don't make near enough to be able to afford to not work yet. Everybody, so that's a request to go to Iowa, to Salisbury, Mississippi, Wisconsin, Austin, Vegas. That's up to you. If you have enough people that are clicking the links and it's worth your while, then why not? Plus, there are people who ask me about certain things that I put in my videos, so that's why I put them there. They are affiliate links, so I know people click and they buy things and purchase things and other things like that, and those links I might get $15-20 sometimes. So I'm not getting rich or anything, but it is cool to see some of the things that you're like, hey, I talk about this, and someone sees it and they're like, oh wait, you know what? I picked that up too. So that's how I feel about it. Again, I'm not getting rich off of Amazon links, but if you have enough traffic to warrant putting the links in your videos and there's enough people clicking on those links, then I'd say yes. The worst thing you can do is join up or sign for an affiliate program and then not provide enough traffic for whoever, and they're kind of just like, yeah, sorry, you're not big enough, you don't draw enough, and then they tell you, hey, you can't get in the affiliate program again for X number or however long. You put it that way. I say all of that to say, I am a little guy on YouTube, man. Shoot. Easy Bakes is swing by Kentucky on my way. Yep. I'll add that to the list. Wow. 8,000 entries? No way. I was actually just in Ohio a couple months ago. I went to Canton, Ohio. Yeah, I went and took some arcade cabinets, it was multiple arcade cabinets out there. Yeah, right, sir. I was thinking about you because I know we talked about that, and you know that is a serious warning to folks. It's like, oh, they said, oh, because the whole thing is Amazon had, you know, they plaster. They're gonna put links and tell you all about it. Hey, join or become an Amazon affiliate. Okay, and they say, hey, we'll give you 1%. So much income. They're like, we'll give you 1% of whatever, you know, people click on, or if they use one of your links. Problem is, if you don't send enough traffic their way, they're gonna be like, yo, we're not wasting our time on you. Thank you for playing. And we're gone. Yeah. I'm like, Ed Reed, why do I know that name? Because he's Arabian. Green and gold. Yeah. Well, Kurt, you know, you're gonna be passing by me to get out that way. I doubt it, man. I feel like I have so little time off to do anything extra aside from stuff that I have to do with the family. 4th and 26 for what? Oh, just said 4th and 26. Frying crappie on the Blackstone. So I don't have a Blackstone though, and all right. I don't know. I'm a realist, and I try to keep it real with you guys. Yeah, that 4th and 26. Ding. Anyway, I don't have a Blackstone, and yeah. So I don't know. Only thing is, when I fry different things, when to me, when you say fry, I'm thinking like deep fry. I don't know how would you fry crappie on the Blackstone, just like you would on a skillet, like with maybe some olive oil or like some butter or something like that. And you would be more or less sauteing it, I guess, on the Blackstone. I wish. Oh man. One, Kent. They have one. It goes. I mean, yeah, they have one, but they have one. Kent. Don't make me put you on timeout too. It's my channel. I do what I want. One. They have one ring so far. So far. Part of my problem with the Blackstone is I don't have room for one. At least I'd have to make room for one. And then one of the things that I found with Charlotte, that grill gets so dirty on the side of my house. It's just the way the wind comes around. You guys have seen some of my videos. The way the wind comes around the side of my house. Oh my gosh, man. It's just like all of the dust, all of the everything collects on that table. It is ridiculous. AZ Tricky. Yeah, buddy. Fly, Eagles, fly. Alright, Preston, shoot. Hey, but we still have one, okay? I know, Kent, I've seen your griddle in your garage, but like your griddle it's a propane griddle, right? I mean, I know people give me grief about cooking in my garage. I don't know because I haven't seen enough of your videos to know I'm sorry. Taste tester number one. He put his headphones on, so you can't hear how much noise he's making over there. I mean, you know I'm still talking on live stream, so. No, you're not. Do you guys think he's sorry? Yes or no? What do you think? But Kent, I know your griddle is in your garage. Is that, do you like leave the garage open, or like how do you worry about the, oh goodness, excuse me, the carbon monoxide and stuff like that? That's what people always bring up to me. And my garage is way more vented than it seems on videos. It's a lot more open than it seems on videos. Oh yeah. So, number one. Taste tester number one.
Yeah.
Ricer says, you know when they're most sorry?
What?
When you take away their internet. Alright. So person says, so when you drop wood in the firebox, you get thick white smoke for a while right before it catches. So some people push preloading the wood to get it hot, so it ignites faster. Preston, I've done it both ways, and I tell you what, when you use or put your wood on top of the firebox and you warm it up, it does definitely ignite faster. It might not necessarily get rid of all of that thick white smoke. I found that if you get too much of that thick white smoke, one of two things is happening, and it's a combination of the fact that you're not getting enough air in and through the smoker. You're probably either overloading the smoker too fast or putting too much wood in, or your pieces are too big, and or you are there's not enough air. You need to get more air in there, and more air will help get your wood lit. Only problem is, of course, you put more air in, you're introducing, you'll have a bigger fire. Usually bigger fire is going to be like runaway temperatures, so it's a slippery slope. Running wood before you use it. There you go. I think I kind of answered that. Very far away from the house. My smokers are also very far away from the house. They are a good about 250 feet away from my house. And I do a lot of trudging and walking back and forth between my house and these smokers. Okay. 3 black stones. Wow. And he has fans. Okay, well that's pretty good. Man, I already know. Use charcoal to preload it. Yep, definitely. I've done that before. But I found recently that I really like doing and using is the those propane torches, the weed burners. I know, Kirk. I'm not that big of a jerk. Jay, that's funny. I feel bad for Violet. Oh boy. Use smaller splits. Exactly, it'll ignite quicker, and it'll burn. So that it'll burn off faster because it burns off faster. Burn off that noxious stuff, and ignite faster, which will help it burn off faster, which will get rid of that bad smoke faster. Yep. It is a battle, Preston. You have to be in control. So here's the thing, Preston. If you haven't already, and add some water to your cooker. You forgot something. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Does anyone remember me asking him to... Gosh. Anyone else ever wish they could just ask their children to do multiple things once. Goodness. Gotta get rid of some smoker grills. Yep. My gosh, man, I feel like I've had the same conversation. AZ Tricky says I need a Blackstone. Gotta get rid of some smokers grills first before the wife will let me. She's capped me at 5. Aha. 5. Nah. I thinking about it. There is Sammy, there's Tracy, there's Charlotte, and there's the unnamed 18-inch Weber on the side of my house. There's a grill on the back of the house, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the garage. Yeah, the water pan is a game changer. The whole thing is what happens is the water acts as a heat sink because of the fact that water boils at 212 degrees. So because the water boils, first and foremost, it will introduce moisture to your cooking chamber. You introduce moisture to your cooking chamber, and your food is more moist. Secondly, it will help bring down and it will help level your cooking temperatures. Use a utensil. Take the pan on the other side. Anyway. No, use a utensil. What's a utensil? Use a utensil to scoop it and push it into the bag. But do it over the sink, closer to the sink. That's why I said take it to the other side. Yeah. I'm so ready to go to bed. All right, guys, I am done. I am falling. Yeah. Oh, Kirk, I have one of those too. Taste tester number 2.
Yes.
What time is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Come on, time to go upstairs.
Okay.
Kent says 5. That's just for beginners. Hey, Preston, it's okay, man. We all have to start somewhere. I have 2 of them assembled and ready to go.
Excuse me, Daddy.
Yes.
What's number between 1 and 8?
Pick a number between 1 and 8. All right. 3.
You chose the Arizona Wildcats.
You ever seen the movie Speed?
I'm sorry?
Time to go to bed.
Okay.
All right, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I really do. Thank you so very much. No problem, Preston, man. I glad I can help. Yes, it is 11:23 Eastern. So one of the people in the live stream right now is in Arizona, and he said, "Bear down, Wildcats." But the movie Speed. Are you okay there? You look like you're struggling. Fold in the sides, then fold in the end. Push it down. Yeah.
I thought you were telling me I was doing something wrong.
No, you're not doing it wrong. It's just an easier way. He's folding a full catering pan. He is struggling with all his might to fold this pan. That's a half pan. You could do that blindfolded. Alright, guys, I am gone. I really want to say thank you again for hanging out. Again, last but not least, If you haven't already, please, please, please hit that thumbs up for me. Oh, Los Cove, man. It is time for me to bid you guys adieu. I gotta go to sleep. So, he's finishing finally the dishes. It only took him like 45 minutes, hour. Yes, definitely. See you guys next week. Thank you so very much again. Don't forget tomorrow's video, lesson learned video. Daddy Dutch can't be easy, man. I will try and excuse me. I will try and hang out on the live stream tomorrow. It depends on what I have going on. All right, Pat. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Kent. Thank you, sir. Kirk. Thank you, sir. Jay. You guys.